Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beardzone Sports Talk. You got Scooter here as your host for the NHL episode, and I got David here with me. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. This is a physical series, man, and I'm loving it.
It is.
And I actually want to talk to you about here in a little bit, but there was a few hits in game 2 that I don't know, man. That was some dirty plays, man. That was some dirty plays.
But it's the finals.
It is the finals.
It is the finals. And I know we already said this, but hockey belongs in Florida. And the Florida Panthers and that offense and Sergei just shutting it down, man. Just shutting it down. And I thought in game 2 that the Oilers almost had it. They almost had it. They tied it up for a little bit. And then it was just like the Panthers just like, oh, they want to play now. They actually want to play. Okay, Here's 3 more goals.
Yep.
Dude, the Panthers offense right now, and the Oilers are trying to do this whole power play thing, and the Panthers are coming out, killing every power play, almost. And it's almost like we talked about with the Celtics and the Mavs, right? Do we see a sweep? Because I'm seeing a sweep with the Panthers.
Oof. I don't want to say it's going to be a sweep because I do think Edmonton it's going to be hard to win there. And I think that the energy that they're going to bring and the aggressiveness that they're going to have to come out with in game 3, I think that they're going to take game 3. I really don't see them going up 3-0. If the Panthers go up 3-0, give me the sweep. But I don't see Edmonton losing game 3. But I also don't see Edmonton, but it's hard, man, because we've seen Edmonton down. We've seen Edmonton down in almost every series this playoffs. They were down 2-0, they were down 3-1, and then they still ended up coming back and winning those series. And they've made it here in the finals, and they find themselves down again. Now, this Florida Panthers team is a different kind of animal that they have faced this entire playoff series. That is for sure. But man, I mean, dude, and they're frustrating Edmonton. The Florida Panthers are frustrating Edmonton because Edmonton relied heavily on their power play. They were the number 1 scoring team for the power play, and Florida Panthers have just been like, nope, no more. We're going to stop it right now. And they're killing them right now. But I will give you a little bit of a stat. When teams go up 2-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals, their odds of winning goes up to 91%. So I'm going to give it to
this is also the first time that the teams are traveling 2,500 or 2,600 miles.
Yeah, dude, it's a long flight.
Yeah. And I've done my fair share of flying. That's a couple time zones, man. There may be some jet lag, but they have, I think, 2 days to recuperate, and then they're going to be hitting the ice in Edmonton. And I don't see the Panthers losing. I really don't. The way they're playing, and to me, the Oilers played solid defense in the conference finals, right? And they made it hard for the Stars. And now I'm watching them play the Panthers, and I'm seeing the alpha team coming out and punching them in the mouth. And the alpha team to me right now is the Panthers.
They are. I mean, physically, defensively, I mean, they are by
Edmonton's
far.
only scored 1 goal.
Yeah.
And you got 7 on the other side. Or not. I'm going to have to take a look at it again. But it's like.
Yeah, it was 7. 4-1 game 2, 3-0 game 1.
Like,
the Florida Panthers have been an absolute buzzsaw, and this isn't the first team that they've been slicing through like this. They're just so physical. They have such good teams, and it's almost impossible to score on their goalie, Bobrovsky.
Sergei. Just say Sergei.
Sergei. Yeah, there you go. Sergei. So, but I mean, that's just NFL for me. I always try and call the guys by their last name. So, but yeah, Sergei, man, he doesn't allow anything. I think it was 19 shot attempts on him, 18 saves, and only 1 goal. I mean, you'll take those numbers any day of the week. It's just going to be hard. Now, I do want to go into what I touched base earlier with you, and that was that really dirty shot on Alexander Barkov.
Yeah, Barkov.
Yeah. I mean, dude, what was that? And the fact that it wasn't a major and it was just a minor. I mean, the guy left the ice. He literally
I don't
lunged
agree with
at
it.
him and hit him in the head with the elbow. And I'm like,
that should have been a major. And I think the NHL
100%.
missed it there. And I think there's going to be some. I don't know if they're going to find the refs. I don't think they've historically done that, but I think there is going to be some repercussion there from the refereeing. That should have been a major. It was not the dirtiest hit that I've seen in a hockey game, but it's up there for the finals for sure. You don't just nail some dude in the head or boom. You just, like they were playing UFC out there in the octagon, just boom. All right, keep going. Like, he probably has a concussion. Like,
well,
people forget they're skating around at like 30 to 45 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, dude, they're moving,
and they're also going backwards. And people forget the athleticism it takes to play hockey. And when you get hit moving at like 45 miles per hour or 30 miles per hour, you're getting hit by a car.
Yeah. Oh, it sucks, dude.
And those helmets only protect so much. The visors only protect so much. We saw earlier in the season. I can't remember if it was I think it was I can't remember if it was the pro player or not. Johnson got the skate to the neck or whatever, and he died.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, like hockey is a brutal sport, and what you're seeing is Florida is coming to play. They've been doing it the entire season. They've been doing it in the playoffs, and they're absolutely doing it here in the finals. They're showing up. They're getting chippy, more so. And I think the Oilers are physical. They are, but I don't think they're playing the same level of hockey the Panthers are. And that's very apparent when you're down 7-1 on goals. And what I'm seeing from the Panthers is very reminiscent of the two Stanley Cups for the wins, anyways, for the Lightning. When you had Bishop and then you had Vasilevsky, our goalie was the reason why we won those championships.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing with the Panthers, with Sergei, dude's just a steel wall.
Yeah, nothing's getting past him, man. And I mean, honestly, that's going to be the key for them winning. I mean, and it's frustrating the Oilers. You can tell that they are disrupting their gameplay because, you know, they've done everything. They've thrown everything at the Florida Panthers, and everything has been handled perfectly by the Panthers. I mean, it doesn't matter how you go about it. And then you see the Florida Panthers, they have switched it up. You know, they started to go east and west, and allowing their teammates to get down the ice, and then just overwhelming, down there, being able to pass it and to open up lanes to, get the good shots. And I mean, they're
so
well
key takeaways,
coached. Huh?
Key takeaways from this last game. Yeah, I know the first game was kind of a blowout, right? You got 4-1 on this game to Panthers at home, Oilers are the away, right? Shots on goal, +10 for the Panthers.
Yep.
You got hits, +7 on the Panthers. But let's take a look at this. Penalty minutes. 45 minutes for the Oilers. 12 for the Panthers. How do you win when it's 45?
See, and that's the other thing. We all thought that going into this series, the Florida Panthers were it was going to be a power play game. It was going to be a power play series.
Takeaways is incredibly lopsided too. You got 4 for the Oilers and 14 for the Panthers.
Yeah. I mean, they're winning on every level of this series right now. It's gonna need to. Edmonton needs to win this next game. They're in a must win, and I mean, now granted, your backs are against the wall. You felt this pressure before. You're going back home. You're going to Edmonton. The energy is going to be great. The vibes are going to be great. They're going to come out. I know that Alexander, he is questionable. I don't know if he'll play. I do know that there was some optimism, because he from the coach for the Panthers that things might be looking up for him to play. But if he's not playing, man, Edmonton needs to take full advantage of this, so then that way they can bring this series a little bit back down to earth. But the Florida Panthers, if you look at that, you said 12 minutes, right, for penalties. That's something that we really didn't see a whole lot from the Florida Panthers, because the Florida Panthers are very physical. They hit they're aggressive, man, but they've reined it back and they've been able to show discipline, and they've just been attacking Edmonton from so many different angles.
Do you want to talk about discipline real quick for game one then?
Well, okay. I mean,
so game one penalties were pretty even at 8 and 10 respectively for the Oilers and then the Panthers, but the hits was Oilers 30, Panthers 37 game 2, and now in game 1, I don't know if anyone's keeping score on hits, but if hits are a direct correlation to goals and wins, I would love to see that stat if anyone can bring up some history for us. But game 1 was 3-0 Panthers, right?
Yep.
Let's just take a look at hits. Oilers 32.
Okay.
And if I were a boxing judge, this was a no contest because the Panthers had 57 hits.
Oof.
So, yeah. So if we're keeping score on potential injuries or concussions or what have you, the physicality of the Panthers is probably undoubtedly why they're going to win. And shots, percentage-wise for game 1, 18 shots for the Panthers and 3 goals. 32 shots for the Oilers and no goals. And then you only score 1 goal in game 2. Like, the percentage...
Well, Florida Panthers game 1, first shot at goal. Bucket. I mean, not bucket, right? But, I mean, it was a goal. It was... I just sat down with my beer, and I was like, oh, they scored, So it was just... It's been a one-sided series. Edmonton needs to get it together if they have any hope of keeping the Florida Panthers at bay. Is a sweep there? It's definitely possible. I do think that Edmonton is going to take game 3, but I don't know if they're going to win any after that.
I would say much like curling, the U.S. is coming in to win like hockey. And Florida man is coming in to win hockey.
Dude, Florida man owns hockey. You can't deny it. The stats say it. So, but we appreciate you guys listening to this episode. We're continuing to try and grow and add more pieces to this podcast, and just to kind of bring you guys entertainment to stay relevant with everything that's going on in the sports world. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I love Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, I love playoff hockey in general. I mean, it's just so much. There's never a dull moment, and I say it time and time again. If you ever have a chance to go to a hockey game, go. Just go.
Absolutely stellar venues, no matter where you're at.
Yep. So just go, enjoy the night. It'll be something that you will remember. I can promise you that. So, but hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's the best way to continue to help us grow. Follow us on all of our social media. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Facebook, and now, of course, we're on YouTube. So go ahead and hit those follows. Links are in our description there in the YouTube channel. But Scooter, sorry. So final prediction. You're saying 4-0 sweep. Sweep. I got the Panthers going in 5. But we appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and until next week.
Beardzone out.